Hola a todos, muy buenas tardes. Hi everyone, we're gonna do this session in English because we have prepared some super amazing startup pitches for you this afternoon. So I'd like to welcome all of you to our demo day for the Ignition and Maker batches of Powertrain Ventures summer programs. And we are super excited today to have you here. And we're psyched about having you hear out these pitches and getting to know the founders who are leading these startups a bit better. So I'd like to introduce the first speaker for today. And we're going to be starting out with the Maker program. So I'm going to share with you a bit more about what the Maker program is. Basically, this is an incubation program, a project and product launching program that we have been running for the first time this summer. And we have some really amazing startups coming out of their earliest phases. And so we're super happy to share with you a bit of what's been going on that side. Okay, so after we're done with the Maker batch, we're going to move over to the Ignition batch, which is the main program that we have in terms of acceleration and in terms of startups being investment ready, right? And so we're super excited to have you here. Welcome to the Powertrain Demo Day. And first up, I would like to welcome David Flores from Nura. Welcome, David.
Thank you, Paco. Let's open the stage. Us accountants, me included as an accountant, love when a friend or a client asks you a task question and you know the answer. And if you happen to also know the article, honestly, you look pretty cool. But what happens if you don't? You need to spend hours in tax research across costly databases and also across not trusted sources or outdated ones. You have clients all day in your phone asking you and wanting right questions and fast and legally cleared questions. Every client is different. Every client has their own tax framework, their own profit. So the same article is different and the answer is different for each client. So it's pretty hard to make tax answers clear. And most firms just trust the senior guys to answer their tax question. And if you make a mistake, well, it's really costly. Nura turns hours of research to seconds. We're working hand to hand with CPAs. These are the 3 steps in which you will get instant answers with context aware. First, you upload your client's tax status certificate, then you query Nura, the intelligent chat, and you get immediate results. Here we can see an example. So here it gives you a legal citation included. It analyzes the tax framework of the client. It gives you a personalized query, and it even gives you a recommendation. So you can see this tool is really powerful. Here's another one that makes a calculus. A client sold 95,000 pesos. How much income tax does it needs to pay? So it gives you, as you can see, the RFC, detects the regime, and it gives you the applicable rate and also the smart alert. It tracks your tax framework and to not exceed 3.5 million, for example. How does the market look like? So there's more than 500,000 people in Mexico working as accountants, more than 60,000 accounting students each year here in Mexico, and more than 16,000 firms registered here. The competition, how does it look like? Here's a competitive landscape with tax research solutions, and you can see databases and books just here. imagine remembering all this, the speed of answers is really slow. And comparing it to generic LLMs like ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, you get instant answers, but they aren't legally valid, and most of them are outdated sources. Nura is the future of tax research, since it's legally valid and also instant, trained with Mexican laws. The business model is a scalable recurring revenue with a ARPU of $125 a month. And here you can see the package for individual accountants and students, for small firms, 5 to 10 users, and mid-large firms with white label option. We're currently raising $250,000 pre-seed at a $2.5 million valuation. Thank you very much. Questions are I'm pretty happy to answer questions.
Thank you, David. Thank you. All right. That was great. And you still have 1 minute left, right? So let's, pick up the questions. But what we're gonna do is that we're gonna, let speakers, pitch for 5 minutes and then 3 minutes of questions, or maybe, one or two more, since you were so quick, right? So who would like to take part with, a first question for David? Okay, Jorge, welcome, Jorge, from Venture DO.
Hi, thank you for the invite, Francisco. David, I have a question for you. This is not the first time I hear a pitch like this. In fact, we almost invested in a company like yours, but they end up doing an acqui-hire to a bigger firm. So I want to understand, how are you planning to collect or to get to the market? What's your way of signing up customers? Because again, this is a great idea, but it's easy to reproduce, and the very big firms have internal products that are similar to what you're offering.
I've actually interviewed many people from Big Four, as I personally have a really nice network of accountants, and I am a member of the Instituto de Contadores Públicos de Nuevo León. So I've been talking to colleagues and stuff, and actually, yes, I've seen the tools that they use, but the people that work in Big Fours, they don't like it. Like, they don't use it, and it is updated until 2022. I can say the firm's name, but it's actually outdated. And the go-to-market, we already have 20 firms interested, and also we want to go to universities and make an alliance with the Instituto de Contadores Públicos de Nuevo León, which is on talks.
Thank you, Jorge. Thank you, David. So another question that you guys might have for David.
Adding to Jorge, another point, the churn rate is really low, and the ARR, we expect it to be very high. Yes, this is gonna be, someone is gonna try to build something similar to this. There's nothing like this in the market, but the faster we get to the market, we're going to maintain the clients, because it gets your client context. All of your clients have their context, so it's not the same Nura from the first day to the Nura 3 years of use, because it's gonna keep learning about your clients. And if you ask a question, well, I wouldn't leave this tool if it knows sensitive information from my clients.
Yeah, just a piece of advice: never say there's nothing like you out of the market, because there's tools that are very similar, but just, piece of advice. You always talk about how you're better than the competition, because there's always competition.
Right, absolutely. And in as much as you can show that you're aware of who is your competition, that's gonna give a much better picture of you understanding the market, right? Great, David. Well, thank you very much. I'm, happy to welcome the next founder that will be pitching to us, Roque Cortez from Hatchers. Welcome, Roque.
Thank you, Francisco. Let me share my screen. Do you see my screen now?
Yes.
Perfect. So what happens when someone lives in the final stage of a project? Probably you might not deliver on time and you might fall out of budget. One of your probably solutions will be to post a job. But how many times have you been in this situation when none of them are a fit? So
Okay.
that,
Yeah, we can see the next slide now.
Okay, sorry.
Great.
So so the problem here is that there is an incredible, invisible, huge talent pool, which only 14% of engineers are actively looking for a job, while over 50% are open to new roles. There is a slow onboarding process to get this talent into the firms, and also there is a knowledge challenge because HR persons might not have the right understanding of how to hire the right engineers. So a bad hire might cost over 30% of employees' annual earnings. So a solution is a platform that uses AI to define projects and cost in minutes, and that can actually match you with the right talent you need with no previous system knowledge needed. So it's a platform for agile hiring in many forms as a fixed term projects and self-service outsourcing, including on-site and remote positions, while using AI for screening soft skills, tech skills, and industry skills. So the product, it's a talent for projects. So it's a tool that addresses mainly the outsourcing market to easily get you on board with talent and this project management that you have to create for the projects. So the platform finds that candidates for you. You don't go and look out for the candidates. So that's one of the main differentiations. So it's also focused in modules such as a way of IT how you call it, of the IT way of developing software. So you can hire in 1 minute with even working tools such as phones, computers, and whatever you need an extra to get that person into your company. There's also a pre-filter visible talent, which tells you which talent is available for hiring. And it's also free to post a job and a project. So with that said, our business model offers different services. So a free job board, which
Look, I think we can't see your screen anymore. Can you try resharing?
sure. Okay, I don't know what happened. Then allow me. Where did you where did you started stopping seeing the platform? I mean the
We saw this one.
Okay, perfect. So my business model or our business model, sorry, offers a variety of services. So it's a free job board where you can post a project and also a job opening, also a project support on a monthly subscription, and also talent identities because if you want to look for more candidates other than the platforms already gave you as recommendation, you can also search for more because as it was stated, the best talent, you need to look for them, not wait until they apply to you, right? So, and also there's a placement fee that we charge for the business and talent. Speaking about projects specifically, there's a small commission, and also, we might provide special headhunter services if there's a big enterprise that might need like a bigger, like more personalized, how we call it, service. The market size that we are attending, it's the IT outsourcing in Latin America, especially in IT outsourcing Latin, which is $18.5 billion. And also we are focusing in the small and medium enterprise software outsourcing and contract engineers. So our serviceable obtainable market, we expect to be 2.25 billion. And also it's a market that it's expanding over 4% of growth annually. So our competition, there's a lot of platforms that focuses in IT, but no one is project oriented. They are mostly talent oriented and not really specialized in IT talent. Our go-to-market strategy is focused on software factories and also on enterprise and startups. We already have some traction. We started in August. So one new customer, and we have 3 requirements up to now. So my name is Roque Cortez. I have a master in business and technology from Collective Academy. I have work experience recruiting for large firms like Entity Data, Arca, Continental, HEB, Seguros Monterrey, and some others. So we're asking for $250,000 to help us drive this platform and actually create this platform and go to market expansion on both sides, right? Like the talent and the businesses areas. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Roque. Thank you. That was great. I'd like to open up the floor to questions for Roque. Please go ahead.
Is my screen being shared? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a first question, Roque. So what is your go-to-market strategy? How are you reaching out to new recruiting firms in a way that I mean, here you've defined who they are, but how are you actually reaching them?
Okay, so I'm focusing in the boutique agencies that are around 50 employees tops, because I've noticed that during this in these companies, they often don't have a recruitment person that it's a person that is constantly recruitment. They are more focused on the clients and delivering their delivering services, while HR are mostly focused in administrative or maybe some other operations, like finding some other resources like finance or sales. So yeah, so that's my focus. And on enterprise, it's basically I haven't looked for them yet, but I know that, for instance, the big 4 companies will have this really pain finding the right talent to get the projects done, right? So there's where these enterprises create alliances with software factories, which we can also provide our services as a staffing firm for them.
Great, thank you. And I mean, if you guys want to ask a question, please raise your hand. And for now, I'd like to ask one final question, Roque, and this has to do precisely as as you mentioned that you could offer staffing services and headhunting and other features that look a lot like a service company. How do you actually strengthen the strategy so that you have a subscription-based model that gives you a recurring revenue every month?
I am working on that, but actually we're gonna charge a monthly or annual subscription, which is based on also identities and to basically that. So for firms, so they can have like a greater bunch of identities monthly on a special price, and also support for their projects that they might be doing. Like it's more of a probably well, I believe that is that actually. I don't want to get into more deep.
Great. Thank you. So thanks a lot, Roque. And I would like to introduce the next speaker. I'd like to welcome from Tudu, Ruben Chapa. Welcome, Ruben.
Thank you, Paco.
Please go ahead.
Sorry?
Please go ahead.
Okay. Let me know when you can see my screen. Am I sharing my screen?
Not yet.
Okay. How about now?
Yes.
Yes?
Yep.
Okay. Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Francisco, for the invite. My name is Ruben Chapa. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm the kind of guy that likes to travel and plan the trip up to the very last detail. My wife even makes fun of me that I include bathroom breaks and bathroom stops in our itinerary, but that's what I like. I like really to enjoy the trips and make the most out of it. Unfortunately, to achieve that, I have to spend a lot of time online. To make a weekend trip, you can spend anywhere from a week, 2 weeks researching and knowing what to do in your destination. So I'm stuck every time I travel and I plan things to do. You go to social media and you go into recommendations from people, but you end up scrolling for endless scroll and you spend a lot of time looking for recommendations from influencers or from pages, but you don't get one accurate result. The other way is you go into traditional methods, which is web browsing, searching the internet, using AI tools, and you get a lot of questions. You can say, hey, what to do in Monterey in Google, and you're going to get millions of results. The ones at the very top are the ones that are sponsored. And then you have another situation where you have the FOMO effect, the fear of missing out. Comes Monday and you go to your office in your car and you find a billboard that says, Alejandro Sanz was here last week, and you said, I missed it. How many of us have had that thing before, that problem, which is why we created a new platform, a new tool. We call it a digital concierge. So what we did is a platform that we did all that research that I usually invest in my travels or in my day-to-day or my weekend activities. We did it for you. We've already went and researched tons of web pages. We've made the connections through APIs to other methods to get that accurate information in real time into our platform. So you get a tool that can help you find out what to do today, this weekend, tomorrow, on your travels, etc. We use tools, we use AI, obviously, to make this a better and richer experience for our users. What happens nowadays without Tudu and without the tools, you have a lot of ways to figure out what to do on the day, on your weekend. Google Maps is a great tool. I mean, it's a directory. It's not a guide. It's not a go-to guide. It doesn't answer. You cannot go into Google Maps and say, hey, what's going on this weekend, right? Social media is full of influencers. It's full of information. It's useful. I'm not going to say no, but it's really, really hard to find things to do. The event sites, what happens is if you go to Mexico City, you don't know if there's Ticketmaster, Superboletos, or any other ticketing service. You must be a local to know what ticketing services are in your city. So what we did is we searched all those ticketing services, put them in the platform for you. Another scenario is AI. AI, it is good. I'm not going to say no. It's the future, but it doesn't give you that much of a future. If you went ahead and say, hey, what concerts are coming in 2 weeks, 3 weeks from today, it's going to give you some answers, but maybe not the ones that you're looking for. So we built an engine. we built a to-do engine where we connect to many servers across the internet, and we get all of those data for our users, for the platform. And so we go to Ticketmaster, Superboletos, we get events that happens right now in Mexico. We have Mexico City, Monterrey, and Guadalajara as our MVP.
Seconds, Ruben.
I'm sorry?
You're just closing in on your time.
Okay. I'll show you. This is our platform. We have 3 sections. We have the AI section where you can talk to the AI and gives you up-to-date activities, or you can browse either events or places, and it'll give you categories where you can find what you're looking for. What are we looking for? Our vision for this app. Right now, our MVP is in Mexico. We believe that this app, and we know that has the scalability to go worldwide and be a tool that you can use anywhere in the world. When you come down off the plane, you can say, hey, what's going on here in London, New York, Miami, and it will answer you the question. So let's transform discovering a tool together called Tudu. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ruben. Thanks, that was great. And please raise your hand using the raise hand button in Meet if you have a question for Ruben. Jorge, please go ahead.
Hi, I'm not entirely sure how do you make money. Most companies in this space struggle to make money because they charge based on commissions. And so I want to understand what's your plan to grow this, because it's a great market, especially here in the Dominican Republic. Tourism is high. Mexico, Cancun, it's a great market, but there's a lot of competition and there's very thin markets, thin margins, and a lot of people are after, telling the tourists what to do. So I want to understand what's your edge, because it seems that you have great personal experience, but how do you make this into the go-to place to go, right?
If I want to make this the go-to app, the go-to tool for travel and discovering events and places, I cannot charge you anything at the moment. I need to be a go-to guide. So going forward with this, I know that there are many business models. As you say, we can offer tours, we can offer this and that. We can go in social media and promote places, but that's what everyone's doing. So we're not doing that. We're only to be a guide and make a community. My idea is to be the go-to tool. So if I step down in República Dominicana and I open the app, it's going to tell me, hey, go to this fort because it has history, and go to this place and go to this beach. And I'm not going to charge you for that information. But what you're going to give me is you're going to give me data. I know that people are looking into Colombia, are looking into Republican Dominican, and looking into other places. And I want to build that. And at the end of the day, the data is what values the most in this. So I'm not going to charge you. I'm not going to sell you anything for now. That's my end goal.
Thank you. Thank you. Do we have a next question? Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Ruben. That was great. And I would like to welcome the next founder that will be pitching to us. So we're moving on from the batch coming from the Maker program, which is the launch stage program. And so you just heard 3 pitches from 3 amazing founders who are working on very different sectors of the economy and innovation and disruption strategies. And now we're moving on to the stage of the demo day where we're going to be hearing from founders coming from the Ignition Acceleration Program. So the acceleration program is meant to, empower and, really accelerate the speed of sales and revenue generation for startups that, already have launched their product into the market. They already have some traction. And I'm very happy to welcome today our first speaker for the, segment coming from Ignition. The first speaker who will be pitching to you guys is Manuel Vallejos from Aindez. Welcome, Manuel.
Thank you, Paco. Hi, everyone. Happy to be here. Can you see my screen yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. Hi, everyone. I'm Manuel Vallejos, founder and CEO of Aindez. At Aindez, we give AI superpower for traditional staffing firms. We are supported by Startup Chile. I'm Chilean. And our purpose is to make it easy for traditional staffing firms to offer more and better jobs to more people. This is the market of outsourcing, staffing, workforce solutions, any company managing workers for third-party clients. 2 weeks ago, I was in Dallas at the main staffing technology industry event, connecting with competitors and potential international clients. And the top 3 challenges for staffing firms reported were: first, choosing the right AI tools. Second, implementing effective reporting and analytics. And number 3, integrating new tools with existing systems. And that's really the root of the problems in staffing, integration between systems. This is because the integration complexity is related with 10 or more disconnected processes in different systems in order to manage. This is recruitment, onboarding, documentation, training, performance, compliance, support, benefits, payroll, and more. And our solution is one AI agent layer connecting everything. We integrate data from all platforms across the entire employee life cycle, even all in one platform or point solution. And we create an AI agent layer across the entire employee life cycle, end-to-end, serving both workers and staffing firms, our clients. How it works? Workers and internal staff can ask Aindez agents 24/7 through WhatsApp, Slack, or Teams, even phone calls. Workers can ask anything and Aindez answer question and keep everything in sync. And internal staff also can send documentation through Aindez, and Aindez put everything where it should be. The benefit for our clients is capacity to manage more workers, at least 3 times, better response time. This is critical in staffing, and internal staff productivity and better margins. Our business model is a monthly fee. We charge $500 per each 3 integrated system and $500 per each 1,000 active users. And we grow with our client when they integrate more system and they manage more workers. We have competitors, of course. The main company in staffing industry, tech company is Bullhorn. Avionte is a competitor in the USA. Also Paradox, recently acquired by Workday. They are in the end-to-end staffing world, and we focus on the Gen AI first differentiation. They are legacy systems, most of them. And on the other hand, you have hiring focused software. But our differentiation is we are not just hiring software. We connect payroll, onboarding, and everything. The market is big. The 3 main companies in the staffing world are Adecco, Manpower, and Randstad. They have 20% of the market. We are going to the long tail, starting with the mid-sized companies in the Americas. My co-founder is an expert in the industry. He's a sociologist and has 25 years of experience in the industry and grow a really big network. I'm past CTO of a staffing agency operating in 3 countries, in Chile, Peru, and Colombia, serving more than 200,000 candidates. And we recently made the Startup Chile program and raised an angel round with investors in Mexico. We were in Dallas a few weeks ago. We are going to San Francisco next week. And I'm relocating to Monterrey at the end of the year. Also, we are hiring local talent in Monterrey. If you know anybody, we are happy to meet. And this is Aindez. We give AI superpowers for traditional staffing firms. Thank you.
Thank you, Manuel. Thanks. So that was great. I would like to open up the call for questions. Who'd like to ask the first question? Luis, go ahead, Luis.
Thank you, Paco, and thank you, Manuel. I just want to ask you about in this end-to-end process, which is hire to retire, which is the most assist process in the whole end-to-end process. But which one is the one that has like more pain points?
I think, thank you for the question, Luis. I think it depends of the client, because in staffing you have a different, the market is very broad. You have white collars, this is professional people, a company with people with high salaries, but not so much employees, maybe 100, 500. But if you think in blue collar, you have companies with a lot of thousands of candidates or more, and maybe thousands of employees every month. Well, they have to pay the payroll, they have to interview, assist, etc. So if you have in blue collar, I think hiring is critical because you have high volume hiring. In white collar, you don't have high volume, but you have to be more specific in the matching. So there are different challenges. But what we see in our clients is all of them need to connect their ATS, connect their different platforms to have the sensation at least, or to have everything in one place. And that's the value we provide.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Luis, and thank you, Manuel. So we have time for an additional question. Would like to, ask Manuel. Okay, great. So it's all super clear then, and thank you, Manuel. Thanks a lot. And so up next, we have another, and the third TalentTech, HealthTech startup that has been part of this batch, which has been, kind of the leading vertical. And so I'm very happy to welcome to the call Luis Manuel. Luis Manuel Rojas is going to be pitching on behalf of Rhematch. Welcome, Luis.
Thank you, Paco, and thank you, everyone. So let me share my screen. In a sec. Is my screen on?
Yep.
Perfect. Because I can see you guys. Well, my name is Luis, and I want to start with a quote. ignorance is bliss, but not for HR professionals. In fact, HR departments are suffering. You're taking too long to analyze candidates. 21% of these new hires will leave first year. And secondly, if you don't promote your current employees, they will leave as well after 2.5 years. In conclusion, the lack of talent visibility costs time, money, and potential in all companies, no exception. This is why we want to introduce you to Rhematch, our AI solution for talent analysis. Rhematch coexists and enhances your HR ecosystem in order to provide data-driven decision-making. Right now, we are empowering the recruitment process and internal mobility process as well in order to provide more savings and less effort and time for your recruitment team and managers. Our goal is simple: help companies evolve into skill-based organizations. Our offer suits for every HR professional. A B2B SaaS subscription for headhunters, SMBs, and enterprises. We also offer HR services, such as recruitment, in order to provide full service to our clients. Rhematch celebrates our first 7 clients in just 5 months. And this represents $7,000 in ARR. We are in our second row of demo sessions, which led us to fine-tune our product into a skill-based organization solution. The total market size for talent marketplace software and recruitment services is $5 billion. We are focusing on high churn industries and recruitment agencies, which represent this $3 billion in SAM. So Rhematch is able to catch this market share of 15%, which means $450 million. Rhematch was designed to match talent and opportunity. And this is why I'm so proud to be part of this team, led by Laura and her 3 musketeers as well. But we are not alone. Amazing people have joined our journey, and organizations are noticing. They are noticing the impact that we are generating, and will be more and more. So let's start talking businesses. We asked for $250,000 for our pre-seed round in order to accelerate our product backlog and grow our sales team. So guys, this is the question. Who wants to join the ride and be part of this team? Together, we'll empower the workforce of tomorrow. Feel free to scan this QR to book a demo and chat with us.
Thank you, Luis. Thanks, that was great. And I'd like to open up the call for questions. Would like to ask Luis the first question. So it was perfectly clear. But there is a first question from Armando. Go ahead, Armando.
Hey Luis, I'm wondering if you have a program where people can invest not with the full amount, the 250K, but in estimates, for example, 3 or 4 or 1K.
Well, right now we have tickets of $25,000, which represents 2% of shares. And if you want, we can exchange your contacts and we can discuss it if you are interested.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Armando. More questions for Luis? Okay, I have a question, Luis. Before,
Sure.
how are you guys managing the go-to-market strategy in terms of reach out?
Okay. We start with a lot of interviews with HR leaders from different companies, national ones, domestic ones, and international. So we had a lot of feedback, and this helped us to catch all these contacts. So right now we're doing the second round of interviews, but showing our demo. And besides this, we start to post each single day with a built-in public strategy. Another strategy that we are implementing right now is that we start with a sales team. And so we have these 3 verticals going on right now. That's the whole complete strategy for go-to-market.
Great. Thank you, Luis.
Thank you, Paco.
Time for one last question. All right. Okay. Thanks a lot, Luis. So we're going to move on to the next speaker. And the next founder that we are going to welcome in the call today to hear out his pitch is coming from Hungers, which is a Colombia-based startup led by Federico Navarro. Welcome, Federico.
Hi, Paco. Thank you for the invitation. Okay, I will share my screen. Okay. Okay, hold on a second.
There you go.
Okay. Okay. Hi, I'm Federico Navarro, CEO of Hungers. We are building the first scalable homemade food delivery network, connecting office workers and busy professionals with a diverse range of trusted home cooks. Our vision is simple: bring variety, affordability, and the comfort of home food to people every day while empowering local cooks to grow their income. The problem today, 67% of office workers in Latin America eat out at least 4 times per week, but most of those options are either expensive delivery apps or cheap unhealthy meals. People are tired of standardized food, and at the same time, talented home cooks struggle to monetize their skills. This creates a massive gap. Professionals want healthier, personalized meals, but there's no platform giving them access at scale. Hunger solves this by offering a network of home kitchens accessible through a single platform. For office workers, it means variety and personalization. So every week they can plan meals for multiple cooks. And for home cooks, it means simple tools to manage orders, plan ingredients, and scale income without upfront investment. We make homemade food available as easily as ordering from Uber Eats. The timing is perfect. Food delivery will reach 1.65 trillion by 2030, growing 10% yearly, and half of the global workforce will be gig-based by 2027, meaning millions of potential cooks ready to join, and 70% of millennials already prefer healthier homemade style meals. And to this, the corporate push for wellness programs and the opportunity is massive. On the customer side, our product, Hungers, works as a clean marketplace where customers can discover, schedule, and pay for meals in advance. On the other side, we built a simple dashboard so they can manage orders, track sales, plan ingredients, and grow income with zero initial costs. The opportunity is massive. The food delivery market in Latin America is worth 76 billion. Our serviceable available market is $1.4 billion, and our initial focus, the serviceable obtainable market, is 750 million, capturing just 6% of SOM builds a 45 million business in the next 5 years. We don't need the whole market, just small shares builds a big company. We operate a hybrid model. In B2C, we take a 7% commission from both the customer and the cook. And in B2B, we earn 10 to 15% commission plus prepaid packages. This balance diversifies our revenue and reduces dependence on one channel. Unlike generic delivery platforms, Hungers offers something unique, affordable, personalized home meals with measurable social impact. We empower communities while solving everyday food challenges. We are the only platform that can scale homemade food. Food delivery today lives at two extremes: generic platforms that are expensive and impersonal, or cheap options that sacrifice health and quality. Hungers bridges that gap, offering affordable homemade meals that are personalized, healthier, and create social impact by empowering local cooks. Our pilot proved a strong demand. Customers embrace the idea and cooks saw real income potential. Now we are shifting focus to B2B, which triples customer lifetime value and lowers acquisition costs, a path to faster, more sustainable growth.
One minute.
We are targeting busy individuals who love homemade food and small to medium companies. Our acquisition strategy combines digital campaigns in social and SEO partnerships, culinary schools, influencers, and local communities. We are currently raising $250,000 in SAFE. At this stage, the focus is still in consolidating, validating, so most of the capital will go to product development, operations, and marketing. This round gives us an 18-month runway to reach 1,000 paying users on board and 10 B2B companies. Our team, I bring strategy and growth expertise as a CEO, and I am passionate food enthusiast. Our CTO, Alejandro Gallego, ensures the tech scales seamlessly. Together, we have the right mix of vision and execution to grow Hungers. At Hungers, we believe the future of food doesn't come from industrial kitchens. It comes from people's homes. Join us in building a healthier, more personal and social impactful way to eat. Thank you.
Thank you, Fede. Great. So I'd like to open up the call for questions. Would like to go first, or you can raise your hand in the queue too. Jorge, please go ahead.
Hi. I want to understand a little bit more of how do your customers behave. Is this more of a meal plan subscription type of service in which like I order from you every day and I just don't deal with my groceries? Or is it more of I want to eat this specific deal and it's closer to something like a replacement for Uber, or closer to a replacement of all these subscription services? They just send you everything. I want to understand how are your customers behaving regardless of what is that you're expecting out of it.
Thank you, Jorge, for your question. Yes, the customers needs to plan in advance their meals, so that give us the opportunity to also plan all the logistics. So, for example, today you can order or you can plan your lunch for tomorrow or for past tomorrow or the next week. So you always plan in advance, and the customers at this time, they don't have like any subscription plans. We are moving forward with that, especially for companies in our pivot to the B2B model. They have a subscription model, so they pay a subscription, and their employees can order and plan their meals too in advance.
And there's a question that I have in that sense is, how do you control quality and deliverables? Like, what if there's, bad products, something, how do you make sure that the people that are actually making the meals are, adhering to quality standards in cleanliness and things like that?
Thank you. That's a very good question. First of all, when a cook contact us or fill the form in our website, we make a call with him and request for their sanitization certificate. That it's kind of the first step to solve hungers and give us like a first validation. And at the second, the customers review and give us qualifications to the dishes and to the chefs too. So with that in mind, we can establish if a cook it's appropriate for hungers or we need to quit them from the platform.
Thank you. Thank you, Jorge. Thanks, Federico.
Thank you, Paco.
You have another question coming from Luis Manuel. Go ahead, Luis.
We are waiting for hungers here in Mexico. When?
we are working in that. So hopefully pretty soon you can have a hunger set in Mexico, especially in Monterrey. We are working on that.
Nice to hear. Thanks.
Thank you.
Great. So more questions from the audience. Okay, great. Thank you, Federico. So I'd like to welcome the next speaker. And we're down to the last 3 participants from the Ignition Acceleration Program. I'd like to take this moment to, share with you that we have an upcoming event in a couple of weeks. We have an event called Co-Founder Collider, which we are going to be publishing today. And we're going to have actually 2 editions of this event, one during October, 16th of October, and the other one's gonna be during November, during the Monterrey Tech Week, which, we're gonna be hosting this event in the new place where we have set up our working space in the Expedition FEMSA building. And I'll share with you, just briefly what this event is about, but it is about matching technical co-founders to startups from our acceleration programs, right? So we hope to see you all there. You can check it out later on in our website. I'll share with you the link. But basically what we are looking to do is to address this challenge that early stage startups are facing, which is, how do I find a technical co-founder, who wants to join my startup and help me out in developing product in the early days, right? So I want to welcome the next speaker, and the next speaker is also coming in from our acceleration program, Emilio Torres from Control Farma. Welcome, Emilio.
Thank you, my friend. Okay. Imagine that you can see all your employees while they are selling your products. Welcome, I am Emilio, and this is Control Pharma. We're looking to embracing your customer experience that drives sales and efficiency to your pharmacies. The gaps that generate losses in your pharmacy are missed sales, medicine storage, lack of visibility. Sales protocols are impossible to validate. No control, no visibility, it creates storage. What is the solution? The solution that we propose is Control Pharma. On printed tickets, we know what this really means, right? And we understand it is impossible to review every single sale at all your pharmacy chain. Failure to follow protocols, we understand how important sales protocols are, and miss it upselling opportunity. We know how important is the cross-selling for your pharmacy success. It means a completely change of selling or proven success. We are now at 80 pharmacies in Mexico. Are empowered with our solution. We increased 12% of sales, and the impact is 6 million of pesos growth. It means 5 times return of investment of our cost, and we reduce losses on storage. And how it works? First step is the integration. We leverage your existing cameras. You don't need to add new software. We use the software that you have. We just get access to your current cameras. Step 2 is secure cloud connection, remote monitoring and analysis. Step 3, intelligent analysis. We're evolving this into artificial intelligence, computational vision for making that faster and better. And step 4 is the reports and notification. We give you the monthly reports and notification with specific actions to increase your sales. Our business model, we charge $22 per month per pharmacy. It's about 1,500 pesos. And we have 85% of operating margin. We have a minimum contract of 6 months. The market, there are 80,000 pharmacies in Mexico. The sum is 8,000 pharmacies, and we're looking 1,200 pharmacies. What is this goal? Because with that amount, we reached the $1 million in sales, and we're planning to have that to 2026. And the team is Emilio, me, I am the CEO, and there is Jose Carlos Cornejo, the CTO. We have 3 advisors, Jose Luis Delgado and Alfonso Martinez Puga, who are widely knowing people at the industry, at pharmacies. And Javier Gonzalez Núñez, he's my mentor of IPADE Business School. What are we asking? $5,000 for 20% of equity, commercial relationship, and seeking strategic support in sales. And welcome, this is our Control Pharma. We're asking for 30 days demo. We give them 30 days, and we give them sales and data, also advisory for our customers right now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Emilio. Great. So I would like to open up the call for questions. Do we have a first question for Emilio?
No.
Ian, go ahead, Ian.
Yeah. I would like to know how you control like the employees feeling watched. Maybe that's a problem for the client, but how could you help to avoid that?
Can you repeat? Sorry, I didn't understand that. Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes, I would like to know how you would control or help mitigate the risk of employees feeling watched and that becoming like
Uh,
a problem for for your clients?
okay,
Uh,
we just take the cameras in the front desk. We don't follow the employees in other areas of the store. I mean, we don't see backwards. We just see the front of in the front desk. So they're feeling watching, but that is a part of the magic, because if you are feeling watching by the boss, your behavior change, and especially the customer experience change. And thank you for your question.
Thank you. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Emilio. So next question up for Emilio. Right. So I have a question, Emilio, a quick one. So how do you balance between, these type of technology that could be, useful in more retail sectors, and how do you balance between targeting a wider opportunity and going for the pharmacy sector exclusively, or, targeting it much more focusedly?
We developed the service from pharmacy. We start there, and we want to specialize in that because we want to be the best in that industry. As soon as we know that we are very good at it, we can look for new retail stores. But we want to be the best at pharmacies and
Great.
specialize it.
Thanks, Emilio. So, any last questions on the queue? No? All right. Thank you, Emilio. So, up next, I'd like to welcome Ana Rangel, who is the CEO from Helyx. Welcome, Ana.
Hi, thank you very much. Can you tell me if you can see my screen, please?
So we can see it, but not yet. Okay, there you go. That's full screen right now. Great, go ahead.
Okay. So does anyone here actually enjoy paperwork? Because doctors doesn't either. And the truth is, this isn't just a doctor problem, it also affects patients. In Mexico, there's some studies that said that specialists spend 2 to 4 hours every single day in clinical notes, and 40% of this contains errors or omissions. And only in 2023, in COESAMED, there were nearly 10,000 medical legal cases presented. And I saw this firsthand while doing my social service at COESAMED. I saw hundreds of records full of crossouts, missing data, and illegible handwriting. And the worst part of this is that maybe it's going to end up in court, used to make a legal decision to a patient's life. So who's going to feel this first? Of course, it's going to be the patients, because they're going to lose clarity, reassurance, and the trust in the process. There's some studies that have shown that 60% of these patients will leave more confused about their medical instructions after the consult, and that 70% of them are saying waiting times are unacceptable. Of course, doctors are also overwhelmed. At least 40% of these physicians report burnout as a first top cause. Normally, they waste 20 hours a month in paperwork, and this translates to $1,000 every single month. This leaves us with patients waiting, doctors burnout, and information that is not flowing. So, what if doctors could focus 100% on their patients and still have a complete, compliant documentation ready to carry in use with no pen and no keywords? And what if patients left every single visit feeling cared and understood? That's why we created Helyx, that it doesn't do magic, but it feels like it. Unlike other systems, Helyx delivers contactless documentation, workflow orchestration, adaptive learning, and cross-specialty collaboration. You talk and Helyx listens to you. It summarizes, organizes, and suggests. You can transform your labs into smart dashboards. It automates some process, and everything is clear and ready to share and use. We're standing over here. While others stop at passive storage and manual input, we are doing contactless documentation with intelligent insights, automating the process end to end. There are over 12 million doctors worldwide and over 305,000 doctors in Mexico, over 10,000 clinics in Mexico. That is a massive opportunity for us to transform the medical. Mande?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. In our early evaluation, we talked to over 50 medical doctors, and with some surveys, 80% of them say notes are too time consuming, 90% of them want automation, and 80% of them are ready to test Helyx today. Beyond service, we are already moving, and we're partnering with some individual doctors and in talks with some organizations like No Amanecer here in Nuevo León and Smalltrain. And they believe that Helyx can be a solution for their documentation problem. Our business model is SaaS. We have the individual doctors who will be paying $50 per month, the clinics, small clinics up to 11 doctors for $480, and then we have the mid-sized clinics up to 40 doctors, and they will be paying $1,650. So, can you imagine medicine becoming human again, where doctors recover their purpose and patients recover the dignity of being listened to? Our team brings it both, the medical part and the technical part. I am a physician who lived this problem firsthand, and my co-founder is an IT scientist, IT specialist. And together we're building the platform for doctors and patients have been asking for. Today, we're looking for a $250,000 investment dollars. 65% will be for development, 50% for operation, and 20% for marketing. This will help us grow faster, improve our technology, and stay fully compliant. So we believe healthcare should feel human again, and Helyx, is making the clinical documentation feel like magic. That's all. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Anna. Great. So I would like to open up the floor for questions for Ana Rangel from Helyx. Would like to raise the first question. Mariana, please go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Anna, for your presentation. I just wanted to know what is your scaling strategy for the next 12 to 24 months? And also, what is your ideal initial customer right now, like private clinics or public hospitals, etc.?
Okay, well, our scaling will be focusing on onboarding more clinics, small mid clinics. That will be also the answer to the second question. We'll be focusing more over there. We think there's a big need over there. Everybody looks around the doctors, like individual doctors and hospitals, but the mid clinics, practically nobody is watching them. So we are focusing on onboarding a little bit more of those. Leverage right now more with the current pilot we have with No Amanecer, and the one we are hoping to end up closing with Smalltrain, and that will be it in the next 12 months.
Thank you.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Mariana. So next question is coming from Jorge Vargas. Please go ahead, Jorge.
Hi, Anna. Great market, great idea. I believe a lot in vertical AI, and I believe that's what you're doing. I have a two-sided question. Number one is how you're preparing for the big models to be as good that they could replace your product, in the sense that, every launch of OpenAI, every launch of Anthropic, they're always doing better. So how are you building on top? Like, what's the extra value that you're giving your customers that they cannot just use one of the general models? And the second part is, and maybe this is like a follow-up question in a different event or a different meeting, but I want to understand, you're saying that most of the money is going to be in development. So I want to understand at which stage is your product right now? Because you mentioned in the last question that you have a potential client, but I want to know, like, right now, is it usable? Who is using it? What's the feedback that you're getting?
Okay, so the first question, like, to be different from the other ones, We are focusing on being like contactless documentation, so not using the computer while you're in the consult, maybe just a little bit. And while you have on the screen, you can see the basic things while the patient came back. Let's say maybe it's a patient who has a chronic disease such as diabetes or hypertension or whatever. Those patients would normally come back to consult every single month. So what we're bringing, like the AI we're using, will bring us a tiny resume of what they, like a tiny summary of what they actually had the last on all their consults. And also if that patient had another consult with another type of doctor, let's say you're and maybe you're a general doctor and then you have a endocrinologist, you can share those notes and you can ask the AI like what was done in the last consult and what was the process or where are they standing or whatever. So we're bringing the main difference would be this is shareable and you can choose what you want to share or not, and that you can ask your, let's say, ChatGPT inside our Helyx program some questions about your own patients and your statistics and those types of things. And about the where we're standing right now, we had an MVP. We checked that MVP with some doctors. We had good feedback, but it was not the one coded like from zero final product. So we're right now coding that one. No Amanecer is currently waiting for a demo for them, like the one they're gonna use and try. And there's gonna be like those ones are the first big clinic clients we have, and we're hoping they can give us a lot of feedback. It's a big right now clinic who has a lot to say. So we're at that stage right now. That's why most of the money would go to development, so we can do it faster and bring it to them. So I hope I answered your questions.
So it's more of a product development than an actual technology development, from what I understand.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Jorge. So do we have more questions coming in from the audience? Okay, so I'd like to invite everyone to turn on their cameras so we can take a screenshot of everyone who joined us today. I'm super excited to have this very diverse crowd coming from a lot of different places, a lot of different experiences. And we heard today some super interesting founders and startup strategies, and very well prepared pitches that make me so proud of the team that has been working super hard during the whole summer, at least with us, and before that for a long time. So I'm very happy for everyone to have shown up today to listen to these amazing founders. There's still a few out there that have not turned their camera on. Just for a quick minute, so we can see everyone who was listening. All right. Here we go. Last few ones. Come on, just show us who you are. Great. So on three, right? 1, 2, 3. Cheers. Let me take another one, okay? Just one last one. Okay. So great. So that's great. That's amazing. So those are all of the startups that we'll be pitching today. We would be, super happy to have you reach out to us if you want to learn more about contacting them. Of course, you saw their contact information. Please reach out to them directly. I'm also posting here the URL for the next event that we're gonna have that I mentioned before. So if you want to, send out your info and share it with other people who might look into joining this event. The first event, the one that I posted, is gonna be exclusive for startups that are part of the Maker program or the Ignition program. right, in terms of recruiting technical co-founders. But the event that we're going to be hosting again, Collider, in November during the Monterrey Tech Week, is going to be open for all startups, right? All early stage startups that want to take part in this in-person event that is happening it's going to be in the main auditorium of the Expedition FEMSA building during the second day of Monterrey Tech Week. And so we invite you to, stay in the loop, stay posted. And I want to thank you, each and every one of you for joining us today and taking the time to listen to these amazing founders. And we hope to see you soon. Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Thank you,
very much.
guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a nice weekend.
Thank you. Rubén. All right. Muchas gracias a todos. Hasta luego.
Muchas gracias.